Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be pretty laid back for me. I'm still in my pajamas, but I wanted to do another video testing out new makeup. Well, new makeup to me, that is. There are some products that I'm going to be trying out that are, they've been out for a while, but they're just new to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my hair back. My bangs. I finally got my hair done, so I don't have like 5 inches of roots anymore. So it's a little dark right now, but as soon as I throw some purple shampoo in it, it'll brighten up a little bit. But so if you would like to see me test out some new products, I'm going to be using stuff from like Sephora and Ulta. It's all like high-end stuff. There's no drugstore makeup in this video. Please keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to be trying out, I've actually tried this out years and years ago. This is the Smashbox Photofinish Foundation Primer, and I believe it's just the original. I think it came in my Boxy Charm a few months ago. So I did try this out, like I said, like a long time ago, and I honestly have no idea if I liked it or not. I just don't remember, so I figured I would include it in this video. I'm just going to take a little bit. It looks like it's like pure silicone, like liquid silicone. You can see it's pretty thick. Yeah, it feels so. I'm going to assume that this is going to blur out my pores, and it did. And I know Smashbox came out with a bunch of different kinds for whatever your skincare needs are, but I'm going to assume that this one is to get a soft, poreless face. We also have a new little guy at our party today. I already popped it, so it's like super red. Oh, I swear, like pimples down here are so painful. So I guess I'm just gonna focus this mainly in the center of my face and then just kind of blend it out because that's where I have the most pores. It feels really good though. It kind of feels like the Dr. Brandt Pores No More, which I actually really like. I like that. I think I would use it again. It doesn't feel hydrating like at all, so I feel like I would need to use a hydrating primer or my Smashbox primer water, like something like that, and then put this primer in my like where my pores are larger, so like the center of my face. So this next thing I'm going to try out, which I think might be a little bit too yellow for me, a little bit too dark, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't heard anybody talk about this foundation. Nobody. This is the Buxom Show Me Some Skin Weightless Foundation, and it says it is light to medium coverage and it has SPF of 30. This is what it looks like. It's a huge bottle. The back of it, I got the shade Dim the Light, by the way. It says blend a pearl size amount of this weightless foundation on your face for a moisturized, smooth, glowing, even looking complexion. Apply more to build coverage now. Rock what you got. Not sure if you're gonna really be able to see the packaging because it's got like a metallic silver on it, so the light is like reflecting off of it. But and you actually get 1.5 fluid ounces, so I figured we would try it. It is a little squeeze tube. You can see here, I'm gonna do one side. Yeah, this might be a little bit too dark for me. You can see it's really runny, but I think we'll be able to make it work. So I'm also going to be trying out a sponge from Pure Cosmetics. It's really, really stiff, so I don't think I'm going to like it, but I figured I would give it a try anyways. So let's go ahead and do this side of my face first with the sponge. It feels really liquidy. Maybe I should have shook it, but I forgot. I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's really hard. It's like ding, ding, ding. Right, yeah, I don't like this sponge. It's really hard and I feel like it's taking all the product. Like, can you tell I even have foundation on this side of my face? It's like the sponge took all of it, so that's a no-go for me. Which I believe that Pure Sponge came in a set of 3 identical sponges in another Boxy Charm of mine, so I'm glad I didn't, well, technically I spent my own money on it, but technically I didn't because Boxy Charm's only 20. But yeah, I don't like these sponges. Maybe they would be okay to blend out like a contour because it is a little bit more stiff, but for foundation I don't like it at all, and it took all my foundation. So I'm going to be using this Morphe E6 brush. It's just a flat brush, and we'll try it with that. It said medium to full coverage, and I feel like this is light coverage. So I wonder if that's why they gave you the extra 0.5 ounces, because normally you only get 1 ounce of foundation. So I wonder if they gave you that extra 0.5 because they knew you were gonna have to build it up. Like, I always do these first impression videos when I know I don't have anything to do, and today is Saturday. You'll probably see this tomorrow, Sunday. But I always like to do these on days I know I don't have to go anywhere, in case like stuff doesn't go my way, which seems like this is what's happening here. So I'm just gonna see if I can build this up. I feel like if I would have just used one of my other trusty little sponges that I like, I probably would like to apply this foundation better with a sponge, because I'm not really like a brush foundation type of girl. But yeah, I feel like it's just kind of like blending away. Like I'm not getting like any coverage at all. Maybe that's why I haven't heard anybody talk about this. I feel like I had a sample of it again like a long time ago, and I feel like I kind of liked it, but right now I'm just not really feeling it. Like, should I keep building it? Like, I don't even know, because that means I'm going to be using like a bunch of foundation. So far I've had to use like 4 big drops just to get like, this is like high-low coverage. I've had to use so much foundation, I feel, just to get to this point. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have to do that. So, so far, this video isn't going as great as I liked it. So I'm going to try stippling it. I'll just try pushing it into my skin. Maybe I'll get more coverage that way, but I think I'm giving up at this point. Okay, that seems to be giving me some more coverage here. Like I said, I should have just got like my other like Real Technique sponge that I like wet and tried it with that, because I feel like with luminous foundations, I feel like sponges work better, and I feel like with matte foundations, brushes work better. For me anyways. I feel like I'm finally starting to get some coverage here, and this is like the 4th application, right? 3 or 4 applications of this foundation, I'm finally getting somewhere. So, and it is pulling like extremely yellow on me, and I like more of like a neutral undertone of foundation, but the shade actually isn't like too terrible. Like, it looks a lot yellower in the tube. I feel like this is one of those foundations where if you have like really good skin and you don't have to cover anything up, this would be good for you if you just wanted to even out like your entire skin tone. I mean, I just think trying to apply 3 or 4 different coats of it just to get like a low medium coverage, I just feel like you're wasting the foundation. You know what I mean? When you can just use a more full coverage foundation and use like 2 drops. So that's what I think about this. I mean, I think it looks okay. I'm not like wowed or anything, but we'll finish up the rest of the makeup and maybe my opinion will change. So I'm pretty sure this next thing, I'm literally the last person on the entire planet to try out, but I finally went and picked it up. Like I've told you guys before, I'm one of those that when I see like millions, thousands, hundreds of people talk about something and everybody's on the bandwagon, I'm always like the last one to go get it, because I like to find new things that not everybody's talking about, and then I'm almost always the last person to join everybody else. I don't know why, that's just how I do things around here. But I'm going to be trying out the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I got mine in the shade Fair. I think it's the lightest shade they have. I'm not sure, but maybe. So this is going to be perfect for me in the winter when I'm like this color. So I'm just going to apply it. It has a huge doe foot. Like, I already know what it looks like because I've seen everybody talk about it. And everybody said that it's like super full coverage and you only need a lot, but I see people like piling it on their face. So first impressions, it's really thick. So I guess, is that all I'm gonna need? Like, I don't even know. Look how pale that looks. Oh my goodness, it's literally almost white. And I'm just gonna be blending that in with my Morphe E8. And I didn't even put a salmon corrector under my eye this time, and I normally would always do that because I just wanted to see how full coverage this is. Which I feel like I'm still seeing a little bit of blue-green under my eye. So I might, next time I use this, just apply a little bit of my salmon corrector, because I feel like my under eye veins, like, they don't care. They want to be seen at all times, no matter how much stuff I put on my under eye. It reminds me of a lighter, okay, so the coverage reminds me of the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer or the Tarte Creaseless Maracuja or the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. Like, that's what the coverage reminds me of, but the formula is like a less thicker version of those, because if you've tried any of those three I just named, you know, like, the formula is like super sticky and like really thick. Like, that's what this reminds me of, just not as, like, the formula is different, but the coverage I feel is like the same. So yeah, I think I really do like this concealer. I mean, I figured I would, but yeah, I like this a lot. That looks really nice. It did a really good job brightening up my face. So I don't have any new like under eye setting powders to try, so I'm probably just going to use my MAC Pro Emphasize Pressed Powder. But I do have like a pressed foundation powder from Benefit, and it has like a little mirror thing, so I'm sorry you can't really see the packaging. But it's the Hello Flawless foundation powder, and I have it in the I Love Me Ivory. And it just says it's a custom powder cover-up for face. I really like the packaging. I think it's really cute. You can see it says Hello Flawless on it. I don't know if you can really see it, but I figured, and has a giant mirror, I figured I would try this today to set my foundation. I normally use my Coty Airspun, but I wanted to try this. So you open up the back of it and you get a sponge and a little brush, so that's cool. You get both. The color looks like it's pulling a little yellow as well, but that might work with this foundation. So I'm just going to apply it around the outer perimeter of my face where I'm going to like contour and bronze and stuff. So I'm just taking my Too Faced Teddy Bear powder brush, and I'm just going to press it into my skin. And if you can see, that foundation is like starting to seep into my forehead creases. So it's kind of weird. Normally when I try out dewy foundations, they don't do that. It's just the matte foundations I have to look out for, but I guess not in this case. I don't know if I'm getting any extra coverage with this powder at all. I don't really need any extra coverage. I really just want to set the foundation so that way all my other products like glide on it, but I think this powder is nice. I think that powder did a decent job getting rid of some of the yellow undertone from the foundation, so I like that. Now I'm just going to set my under eyes with my MAC Emphasize powder. So that's what I look like now with foundation, concealer, and powder, and I think it looks pretty nice. Minus it seeping into those little forehead wrinkles. Maybe I should get some Botox. I don't know. That's probably a whole nother video. But anyways, I've never had Botox, if you're wondering, since I just made that comment. These needles in my face scare me, but I would contemplate it. So I like how this looks. I love how like my cheeks look, my forehead, but I have bangs, so it's like whatever, you know. But I really like how my cheeks look. I think that Benefit powder helped. I don't think it did a very good job covering up this little guy right here, but so next thing I'm going to be trying is this Laura Mercier Baked Blush Bronzer, I believe, and it's in the shade Ritual. Ritual. Why does that sound so weird? I used to absolutely love the 01 Baked highlighter. I still have it. Like, that was my very first highlighter I ever purchased from Sephora. Can you believe it? And I still have it. It's so good. I need to bust it out because it is a really good highlighter. But I wanted to give this a try and see. There's like some brown, some kind of like rosy red colors, some purple colors, some like white colors. So I just thought this would be interesting to try out because, like I said, it looks intimidating with all the colors swirled in it, but I want to try it. I think it might be good. So I'm just going to be applying it with my Morphe E3. And I'm just going to work this everywhere that I would normally bronze. I feel like this is one of those colors that would work for every skin tone. You would just have to be, like, if you're as fair as me, you would just have to be more light-handed. But if you were like tan, like more tanner than me or medium skin, I feel like it would work for you too. You just have to apply a little bit more than me, but I like a lot of bronzer. Like, I don't know, I like a lot of like cheek makeup. I don't have any new contour to try, so I'm not gonna contour today, I don't think. This is really pretty. It's like a really warm, but it's not like too warm, in my opinion. Like sometimes, you know, you try out those bronzers that are like super orange. Like I don't like that at all, but this, I feel like this is a good shade. Like I said, I feel like it would work for a lot of skin tones. I dust a little bit just in the center of my face. Ooh, I think that was too much. But if I just put a little bit in the center, might have been a little too much. I'm gonna clean this up later too because it got a little sloppy. But I like that bronzer a lot actually. So the blush I'm gonna be trying out is from MAC, and I believe it's like from a holiday collection. It is in the shade Sweet Vision, and it's the Magic Dust Powder. But look at this packaging, isn't it cute? And then that is the shade. It's a really pretty like peachy pink coral with a little bit of gold reflect in it. So I'm gonna be applying it with my Morphe E4. I think it looks really pretty. Oh, oh, and it's pigmented. Oh. It's like, okay, maybe I didn't need to dip my brush in there so many times, but. Where'd that texture come from? That must be new. Ooh, that's pretty. I like this. I knew I would. I love these kind of blushes. It's really pigmented, so I'm gonna have to go in and blend this out. Oh, oh my god. Well, hey, now you guys can really see the color, right? I'm just gonna go in with my Makeup Academy stippling brush and see if I can undo these rosy cheeks. Seems like it blends out pretty well. So that's one side I didn't blend out, and that's the side I did. I mean, it's still a little much, but it's a really pretty blush. I love the gold reflect. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna blend my face away. So the next thing I'm going to be trying out for highlighter, I think it might be a little bit too dark for the center of my face. I'm going to have to put a different highlighter in the center of my face. You'll see what I mean. So everybody used to talk about this like 4 years ago when I first got on YouTube, and it was always sold out. It was like a limited edition thing, and they finally decided to bring it back. So I picked it up because I'm a sucker, and when I hear a lot of people talk about things, even though I don't jump on it, as soon as everybody talks about it, I will eventually. So this is the Estee Lauder Heatwave. I know you've heard of it, right? So this packaging is like really cute. Look at that. It's really cute. And you get a mirror, and then this is the product. So it looks really pretty. I think it just might be a little bit too dark for the center of my face. Like it might look like I have a shadow. So we're gonna try it out, and then if I need to mix in a lighter highlighter, then I will. But I'm going to be applying this with my Smashbox fan brush as usual. Like, that just looks so pretty. Oh, actually, maybe it won't be too dark. Can't really tell. Because normally when I wear too dark of highlighters, I turn here and you can see a shadow. But this is really pretty. I think if I mixed it with like a more white highlighter, I think I could really make it work. It is really pretty. It's a really pretty gold color. I can see why everybody was making a big deal of it, but I wonder if it's the same formula as it was when it first came out, or they kind of changed it here and there, but it's really pretty. I guess I'm just gonna try it on the center of my face. Screw it. I know I'm not gonna put it on my nose though, because I know that'll be way too dark. But that's really pretty. So moving on to brows, I'm going to be trying out this BECCA Cosmetics like brow duo thing. It's a shadow and light brow contour mousse. Mine's in the shade Cocoa. Sounds like it's going to be really dark, huh? Oh yeah, I did swatch this, I forgot. So this is what it looks like. So I believe this is the brow color, well, obviously. And then this color is to carve out your brows. So I thought that was really interesting. So I'm just going to be using my Anastasia brow brush. Still haven't got my brows waxed. I will do it. I have to. It's out of control. I'm just going to dip my brush. It's nice because there is a little plastic divider in the center that's separating the two, so you don't have to worry about them mixing. So I like that. And this is cocoa, but this looks like a taupe shade. Ooh, this is like the exact shade of my brows right now. I like this. It goes on really creamy. Oh yeah, and did I mention I got this on Sephora.com for $12.50. Like, it was on sale. Love me some brow pomades for sure. I'll take a brow pomade over a pencil any day. Okay, so that's what I have. It's giving me like a really natural looking brow, which isn't a bad thing. I do really like it. I purposely made them a little thicker on the bottom so we could try to carve it out with this pink highlighter shade and see. Anyway, so now I'm going to be taking this Morphe M432 flat definer brush, and I'm just going to dip it in the pink side and run it underneath. And that side feels a little bit sticky. I really like this shade. I like this whole thing. I wish the brow pomade was just a little bit darker, but I like the whole idea of this. And I feel like this really helped brighten up that area. So for my eyes, I'm going to be trying out this Ciate London eyeshadow palette, and it's the Fearless palette. I think the packaging is like really cute. And then these are the shades. So I'm just going to start off with this middle shade right here just to set my whole lid. Can't really tell, but it looks like there's only like 4 mattes. So these 3 right here, and then this brown shade, and the rest are like shimmer shades, and then like 2 glitter shades. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here for my crease, and I'm using a Morphe 505. Didn't really show up that well. I guess I'm going to go in with this kind of like blue shade right here and put that in my crease. I'm going to put it down a little bit lower. It's like when I swatched it in the store, it was really pretty, or I wouldn't have bought it. But when I put it on my eyes, it's not like... Had I put it on my eyes before I bought it, I wouldn't have bought it, put it that way. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a really pretty, like, it feels like kind of like sparkly. I'm going to apply that with my finger all over the lid. I mean, I feel like it has a little bit of like a... It's like a glitter overspray. See that? It's like 2 different colors now. So that's kind of deceiving. So I just went ahead and wet my brush with some Fix Plus, and I'm going to try this shade again. Still getting like... Oh, now it looks like I'm not getting any like glitter. So now I'm just going to go in with this dark matte brown shade, and I'm just going to put this on my outer V just to deepen up this eye look. Like, I think the colors are pretty. I think they blend really nice, but I would never tell somebody to go out and buy this immediately type of thing. Just gonna take a clean blending brush and kind of buff around this outer edge. I'm gonna take this shade right here on my pinky and I'm just gonna place this in the center of my lids just to get a little bit more dimension. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take the exact same shades that I did on the top and just put it on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start off with our transition shade. And I'm gonna go in with this blue shade. I'm gonna go in with the dark brown shade just on the outer corner. Just blend it in a little bit. Let's see if I swatch it. They look incredible. So I just don't understand. It just doesn't, it's like the swatches do not go on the eye as they swatch. Like, this is what made me buy it. This, I don't like it. So I have a mascara to try out, and this is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. It has one side that's a mascara, and then it also has a primer side. So I'm going to go in with this side first. This is the wand. The wand is a little bit different. It's not really giving me any volume, but it is separating my lashes nicely. If you can see, it did a good job separating them, but it didn't really give me any volume. Maybe I should let that primer thing dry on my lashes first and then go in. I mean, it's too late now, but maybe I'll try that next time. But I mean, I like this mascara. I think I would like it better though paired with something else, like paired with a thickening mascara, and then use this for length. So while that's drying before I do my lower lash line, let's go ahead and test out some lip products. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this Lancome lip liner, and one side has a little brush so you can blend out the liner, which I thought was cool. This is in the shade Ideal, and it's just like a really pretty, like mauve-y nude shade that would pretty much go with any kind of lip color. Well, any kind of like nudie or brown lip color. So I'm just gonna line my lips. It kind of reminds me of MAC Whirl, just not as pink. Like this one's more brown. It's really pretty. I can definitely see myself grabbing this. So for lipstick, I'm going to be trying out Milk Cosmetics lipstick in the shade SEXT, and look how nude this is. It looks almost white, and it's like super matte. It almost feels really dry, like it's really hard to swatch. Look, you could barely see it. It's a really pretty like pale pink color. Yeah, it's like so matte, it's hard to put on. Then I'm just going to use the brush side of the lip liner and just blend these together. But you can see how like the lipstick is so dry. It's like showing all my chapped, all the areas that my lips are like really dry, so I don't really like that. I like the color, but I don't like the formula. I probably wouldn't buy another lipstick from Milk, even though I bought two when I bought this one, but as much as I love the color, I don't like the formula at all. So, good thing, well, not good thing that that lipstick was really dry, but kind of, because I want to try out this gloss. This is another thing that everybody has talked about for years. This is the Buxom lip cream. I got the limited edition one. It's the same price as like just the regular one, and this is in the shade White Russian. So it kind of looks like NARS Turkish Delight to me. Has a little tiny doe foot, so yep, this is gonna be perfect. Like, I always put my lip gloss on the back of my hand because I hate when my wands get dirty. So I just put a little bit right here, and I'm just gonna put it on my lips. And this lipstick is so dry, the lip gloss kind of like pulled it off of my lips. It's like super patchy. I like the lip gloss though. I think it's like a plumping lip gloss or lip cream because I can feel it's like minty. So I don't have a new setting spray, so I'm just gonna use my Milani Make It Last. So this is my finished makeup look. Is it the best makeup look I've never done? Probably not. I feel like the majority of these products I liked and then the other ones I didn't like. So let's go ahead and like review everything. So the first thing I used was the Smashbox primer. Like I said, I think this would be good if I used a hydrating primer first and then just put this in my T-zone where I get more oily or where my pores are bigger. So the next thing I used was this Buxom foundation, Show Me Some Skin, in the shade Dim the Light. I think after I put everything on top, I like it, but I don't like that I had to literally put on like 3 or 4 layers just to get like a low medium coverage. So I'm not super impressed by this. I do like that you get 1.5 fluid ounces instead of the standard 1 fluid ounce, but again, you have to use more product to get more coverage when you could just use a full coverage foundation and use 2 drops as opposed to like 4 applications. Next, I have the Tarte Shape Tape. This I do really like, and I can definitely see myself grabbing it. I like that it's extremely full coverage but still kind of lightweight. I really, really, really like this. Next, we have the Benefit Hello Flawless Foundation Powder. Mine's in the shade Ivory. I did like this. I feel like I had to put a little bit more to set my foundation, but I liked how it kind of evened out my skin tone. Like it kind of took away that yellowish color from the foundation and just kind of made it more like my skin tone. So I did like this. I'm gonna have to keep trying it though, but I do like this. Next, we have the Ritual Baked Blush Bronzer from Laura. I do really like this too. Like I said, I think it would be perfect for a lot of different skin tones from like pale, light to even medium, because I feel like if you had a light hand or a heavy hand, I think this would be good because you could build it up. So I think it's very versatile. I really, really like this. Next, I have the MAC blush in the shade Sweet Vision. I love this shade. It's really pretty even though I went extremely overboard, but I love these shades of blush and I love the gold undertone of it. I just think it's really pretty. Just need a lighter hand next time. Then we have the Estee Lauder Heatwave. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. I like that I'm pretty fair and I could wear it on my cheeks, on the center of my face, especially my nose, not so much. I tried and it was leaving a really bad shadow, but it is really pretty. I wish they would come out with just like a sister of this, just a lighter version for paler, lighter skin tones like me, because this is really pretty. Then we have the BECCA Brow Duo Mousse thing. I really like this. I think it's perfect for like a natural brow. It's like literally, this is like the first brow product I've used that was my exact same brow hair color. Normally all my other blonde or taupe shades are like way darker than my natural one, so I like this for more of like a natural brow. And I really like the pink side to highlight underneath the brow bone and kind of like sculpt and like carve out those brows. I really like this. Next, we have the thing that I think I'm most disappointed with, and it's this eyeshadow palette from Ciate. I think the colors blended really nicely, but the swatches come off way more pigmented than it does on the eye. So I mean, it's not a bad palette, but I would never tell you guys to go buy it. Like, so it's not like amazing, but it's not horrible. It's just probably not something that I would grab again unless I had to. One of those. But it's not horrible. It's just, I would not repurchase it. Oh. Then we have the Pure Sponge. Nope, this is like 2 thumbs down for me. I did not like this at all. Then we have the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I don't really have anything to say about it. I think it did a good job like separating them, but by itself I don't really like it. I tried to put it on my lower lash line too, and you can barely even see that I put lower lash mascara. So this is a miss. This is a miss for me. Next, we have the Lancome lip liner in the shade Ideal. I love this. This might be my favorite thing from this video. I love the shade of it. It went on super creamy, and I love the little brush on the end to blend in the lipstick with the lip liner. I really, really like that. Then we have the lipstick from Melt in the shade SEXT. Love the shade. hate the formula. I don't even know if I could use it again just because I like the shade, because the formula is so bad, and it emphasized all my dry patches on my lips. And then when I put on the lip gloss, it pulled off the lipstick. So I love the shade. I wish that maybe they have it in like a satin or a cream version of this like super dry matte. I don't like that, but I like the shade, but I wouldn't repurchase any more lipsticks from Melt if they're all like this. And then the last thing, which I also really like because I really like the shade and like the minty plumping thing going on here, is the Buxom White Russian Lip Cream. I really like the shade. Like I said, it reminds me of NARS Turkish Delight. I love it has like a minty feel, and I can feel it like plumping my lips a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but I feel it. I really like this. Okay guys, that's all for my full face of first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe on your way out if you would like to see more of me, and I will see you guys in my next video.